Good morning, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. A little bit sleepy. I don't know why, what kind of wasn't before, but the time of this kind of crept up to me. I was just making a short which has gone out. Have you seen it yet? I put it on both of my channels because it's kind of significant for both. Anyway, let me know what you think. Chicken Cat is in. She just came in. Hey, sweets. She's just chilling by the food over there. She has eaten something, but not much. Anyway, let's do some mini reads. Has anyone booked in? No. Okay, we don't have any booked in. It's a little bit quiet with the mini reads. What's going on? I thought these one question readings would be really popular. People seem to want them. Hey, Maria. How are you? So, if you want to book in for one of those mini reads, here's the link for it. Just pop it in there in the live chat. And if you're watching the replay, of course, you can book in for these mini reads at any time, and I'll do it right at the start of the next live show. Next live show after this one will be in 2 days' time on Wednesday. So let's get some cards out for the collective then. What did you think of my Harry and Meghan video, reading video? It was really interesting doing the video, doing that reading, yeah, and the video too. But yeah. Hey, Diana. Okay, a lot better than you were. That's good, Maria. Let's get some cards out. So, twin flames. If anyone wants one of those mini reads, one question readings, just book in while I'm going, and we'll do that live. Let's get some cards out, see what's going on with twin flames, see what the guides want to tell us about. Hey, Shally. Yay, you made it live. Always good to see people. So with the one question readings, you can ask about anything. It doesn't have to be about relationships or twin flames or anything like that. It could be about anything. It could be about your career. It could be general guidance from your higher self. It could be about a decision that you want to make. Of course, I won't tell you what to do, but I will kind of give them guidance for both sides. Kind of itchy. There you go. Let's just shut that up. First card out. Thank you, Anne. Anne's just booked in for the one question readings, but we've got a card out already. King of Swords. This is for the collective. And it's the King of Swords. It's about having clarity. So that's where we're at with that. Let's get on with Anne's mini read. Anne asks, have I met my divine partner yet? Have you? Do you think you have? Hey, Carly. Hey, Robin. Welcome, everybody. Have you? No. You see, I didn't think so, because if you have to ask, then you're questioning it in your own mind, right? Let's find out. So you must be questioning like someone in your own mind. It's going to be way more joyful. You got to wait for it yet. But that doesn't mean like stop on your relationship path. That doesn't mean like just sit there until that one that brings you complete joy comes in, because we need to get ourselves to that point, right? There's things that we need to learn along the way. So continue with your relationship path, but no, there's one that's going to come in to make you so much more joyful. I love that these cards have come out, right? It's really clear, isn't it? You don't need me to like tell you what this means. It's like, no, you haven't yet, but what is going to make you feel so more joyful? What have you got to do to get there? Cleanse and sex. So there's something, maybe a hang up or guilt, shame. Could be something around that to clear out from the past, or you've still got it going on now or something like that. So that's something to kind of focus on if you're holding yourself back in any way. I know kind of, I had a memory last night and it kind of annoyed me. My memory was about a boyfriend that I had. So I was 15 or 16. I was working as a checkout chick in this little supermarket booths in Ansdell. I was a checkout chick, and there was an American girl that was a checkout chick there as well, and she was going out with this guy called Andy. And Andy was also working at my house. He was a builder, and he was working at my house, and Andy had this thing for me, and he was always flirting with me and asking me out and all of that kind of thing. And I went out with him, and he'd broken up with that American chick that was next to me on the till. And he'd broken up with her, and he went out with me. And one time, even when we were next to each other, like, she hated me then, you can imagine. When we were on the tills by each other, she was there on my left-hand side, and she used to just, like, when there was no customers, she used to turn around and just stare at me. And I would just, like, stare at her, just, like, completely ignoring her. It wasn't his choices weren't my fault, you know. Anyway, yeah, one day he came in, we were working next to each other, and he came in and he'd bought me a ring. He'd spent like the whole of his month's salary, was it? I think it was, on his ring. It had a ruby in the center and diamonds around the outside. It was beautiful. Wore it for a long time. And then on the morning of my driving test, when I was 16, a diamond fell out in the shower. Anyway, it was around that time. Was it him? I don't know whether it was him. Maybe it was him. It must have been around that time. I went into work, and before the supermarket was open, we'd be hanging around waiting for the assistant manager to come and open up. And I was stood outside of the supermarket. The assistant manager came along, and I had a hickey on my neck. Love bite, we used to call them back then. Not very loving now, are they? I was so embarrassed by it. And he said, "Oh, Claire, I didn't think you were like that. I didn't think I was like that." I said to him, "I didn't do it. He did it. You know? Since when was that what I was like?" Anyway, it kind of annoyed me. And so, you know, I remember feeling the shame at the time, like it was something that I'd done, and it wasn't anything that I'd done. I'm allowed to be kissed, you know? So, yeah, you might have some clearing up around things like that to do. But thanks, Anne, for booking in there. You got a bit of a wait. Oh, look where you are. Near where I used to live, in Byron Bay. I lived in Suffolk Park for a long time. I was there for 10 years. Most of the time in Suffolk Park. Okay, if anyone else wants one of those mini reads, book yourself in. We'll do it on the fly. So, King of Swords. Someone's getting clarity about something. Thinking things through. Lots of thinking going on. The Lovers, about lovers. Lovers is kind of a light energy of a romance, of fun with someone. And Justice, someone that is equally matched, a balanced, karmic partner. Readers use karmic partner to mean a bad relationship, and it's not that. Karmic partner is someone who's a good match to you. Your karma is what you're matched to at the moment. Well, I mean, that can be a lesson, but it can be also someone who's your match. So someone here, and usually kings are the other person to me, is thinking about coming in towards someone who is a good match to them, but keeping it light as a lover, like flirting or dating or something like that. Chicken! Oh, she's falling asleep. She's falling asleep by the food. She seems pretty good. I don't know. Like, I talked to her owner, and he said, yeah, she's dying. She's not got long left. Like, but she seems so much better. She's certainly not like a mess like she was. It's good. I'm glad. I'm happy that she's got like a little bit more life left in her. And I'm really happy that she's showing up at my door again, because I really missed that. Missed her coming to visit me. Nine of Pentacles, single independent energy. I think this is us. Achieving things. How was everyone's weekend, by the way? Just realised it's Monday. What did I do this weekend? Oh, went out on Saturday night. I went out for an Indian meal to High on Chai with my friend. That was nice. Food was really nice. And then went to our friend's restaurant afterwards, had one cocktail, and then came home because I was tired. So that was an early night. But nice to catch up with those two. 3, in fact. And what else? Oh, I went for a 6.7 kilometre run yesterday morning, which was really nice. I went out later than usual because it's cloudy at the moment and yeah, a little bit cooler, so I could go out like in the daytime. Well, it was about 9:30 or something that I set off, but when it's hot, I need to go out like ridiculously early in the morning to get the run in before it's stinking hot here. So that was nice. I really got into the flow. I've got my new shoes now with a wide toe box to run in. Really good. I tried wearing those running shoes to CrossFit. They're not CrossFit shoes. Definitely for outside running, road, beach, dirt. They've got really good treads on them for that, and it's comfortable, and I really it was just a great run. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, and it doesn't feel great right at the start, the first 10 or 15 minutes, but then you get into this groove, and I had my watch set for 5 kilometers, and I just kept on going because it felt really good. 6.7 I did in the end, and that's because I was getting thirsty. I was coming back because I was getting thirsty. That's what I did this weekend. And then yesterday, oh yeah, the theme of the day was sorting stuff out. I pumped my bike tyres up, and I needed to do that for a long time. Every time I set off and I go up the hill, it's like tyres need pumping up, and I never remember like when I'm back here to do it. So I did that. What else? Don't know. Saturday was pretty much working all day on the videos and stuff, editing. Next up, we've got the 6 of Swords, getting ourselves from A to B, movement happening. It feels like this 9 of Pentacles kind of an energy. So I think the first 3 are about Divine Masculine. I think these are now about Divine Feminine. 9 of Pentacles. No, it could be both, in fact, these two. You know, sorting your own stuff out, focused on work and doing stuff, getting yourself, you know, manifesting things. 6 of Swords. Shifting your life in whatever way you want it to shift at the moment, manifesting things. Slight movement today with your Divine Masculine. Oh, movement. Oh, there we go. We've got the Emperor, but it's the female Emperor. Taking charge of things. Oh, I did my nails yesterday as well. Put this one that glows in the dark on again. It's like lighter pink when it's warm, and then it goes darker pink when it's cooler. Oh, that reminds me, they were supposed to deliver 2 more of these colour changing things yesterday, and they didn't deliver it. Anyway, the female Emperor, Divine Feminine, taking charge of things in her masculine energy, sorting her life out, doing stuff, getting shit done. What else? The Knight of Swords, on a mission to do something. That's what I was getting from that 6 of Swords, like wanting to get yourself from one place to another, wanting to manifest something, wanting to change some conditions in your life, sorting something out. Got some kind of a focus at the moment of what you're working on, what you're changing in your life. It's good to have a focus, a current focus. For me, I'm wanting to sort out my shoulder problem now, and it's requiring something that I don't want to do, which is stopping CrossFit for a while to give it a rest. I think I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've got like another week left that I've paid for. But my shoulder's wanting the rest right now. I think I need to give it a couple of weeks off lifting anything in certain movements, which means I can't go to CrossFit because CrossFit will have me doing those movements. I could go to CrossFit and not do those movements. I could. Yeah, I'll do that and then take time off after that. But I do really need to. I was looking into it, and when this happens, you need to give it a break completely. There's some movements like deadlifts. There's a lot of different movements that I'm just fine with, but a lot of the barbell movements, it aggravates my shoulder, and I just need to give it a rest. So I figured with my new running shoes, I want to get more into the 3 times a week running. Zone 2 training. I'm switching it up at the moment, and then of course I'll be making a video about it as well. I've also got an exciting video coming up with a product that I'm testing out as well for my other channel. You're gonna like that one. And then as far as celebrity couple readings go, this next weekend we'll be doing Donald Trump and Melania. I don't know the first thing about those two. Well, I don't know anything about Melania at all. Kind of seen stuff about Donald Trump, but nothing about relationship anyway, so that's going to be interesting. If you've got any more ideas about like celebrity couples to do those readings on, then let me know, and I'll make them. I'll make the videos. Let's get back into the reading. And of course, if you want a mini read, get your questions in now. Is Anne on here? I hope she's like on live, because I didn't look at the timing of when I did a reading. Right, when she booked it. What am I doing? Okay, let's get some Book of Shadows Tarot cards out. See what's going on here with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. I noticed someone whose energy I really, really like has just become available. It's just, well, not available, but just become single. And I'm attracted. I am attracted to him, but when someone's not single, I hadn't gone there in my mind. And it's like, oh, he'd be the kind of person that would be great to have a relationship with. He's very wise. I like his energy. Hi, David. So that's kind of got my mind thinking, because what I mean by mind thinking is it's kind of got me dreaming. It's like, oh, someone like that would be great to have a relationship with. Anyway, it's planted seeds in my mind about really kind of joyful relationships. Like Anne's reading said, wait, because there's someone going to bring a lot of joy into your life. 6 of Earth. Woodland creatures, is it? I don't know. Oh, this deck. I do persist with it. I'm getting to know it a little bit better, but it still eludes me. That's why I like it. It's challenging to me, this one. 6 of Earth represents moving from one place to another. What did I say before? This is something that helps you transition from one state to another state. It provides a touchstone that you can always return to when needed. It's a safe place that protects and also prepares you for what's to come. So I'm getting like big transitions in our life, but mini transitions. If you're changing something in your life at the moment, if you've got some kind of focus and you're changing something in your life at the moment, there's a bigger transformation going on that perhaps you're not seeing, that you've been wanting. Focus on the mini transformations in our lives, what your current focus is, your current thing. Like, for mine, it's all kinds of things. I've got all mini projects going on. My readings, my other channel, my shoulder, the device thing that I'm going to test out, that's going to be fun. All kinds of things going on. Get on with your mini transformations. The big transformation will happen by itself. 8 of Water, the Cauldron card. 8 of Water is magic and transformation. See, transformation. Oh, it's time of powerful change. Your intent and decisions will have long-term ramifications and will shape the directions being determined at this time. You have the power to create the transformation that you seek. Not the big ones, the small ones. The big ones will happen by itself. Okay. What else? The Path, the Hermit card, walking your own path, staying in your own lane, doing your own thing, being unique, path less travel, doing it your way, dancing to the beat of your own drum, all of those kind of things. The Crone of Earth. The Crone of Earth is like letting things be dormant for a while, like let a field be fallow. Do you know what that means? When you leave a field and you don't put anything in it, you let it recover with regenerative agriculture. I mean, you know, when you're not using ridiculous phosphate fertilizers, if you're treating the land as it should be, you don't put the same crop in the same field each time, and you also give each field a year off as well with nothing in it too, so the worms can go in, so that the animal stuff can get in there again, and so it's naturally fertilized, naturally got the right amount of nutrients in it. It's the problem we've got at the moment. It's a big problem, is that the shitty kind of agriculture that we've got now with all of these chemicals, where we don't leave fields fallow, where we don't allow it to regenerate properly, we've got the wrong amount of nutrients in there now. It's like, oh, let's just put potassium on it, like potassium's the only thing that's important. And potassium, and what's the other one? Phosphorus, yeah, that they put on. Anyway, so then the vegetables, the plants don't have the right nutrients in them. They grow, but they don't have the right nutrients in them. So the animals eat it, we eat it. We don't have the right nutrients anymore. Harder to get the nutrients that we need out of food now. It's messed up. We need to go back to traditional agriculture. Anyway, the Crone of Earth. That's my TED talk. The Crone of Earth is, and even the animals we eat, because they're eating the stuff from this kind of agriculture, they don't have the right nutrients in either. Anyway, the Crone of Earth, she does let things sit for a while. Oh, really, Shelley? That sucks. Well, you can donate in here instead. Donate in here instead if you're having trouble booking in there. Can be just computer systems sometimes, you know. Sometimes the things that I want to buy, like if you watched my skincare video that came out on my other channel this weekend, I said that I wanted to replace the Mixsoon Lotus Flower Essence, but it wasn't available to me. Well, if I search for it, it is available, but only on Shopee. Now, Shopee is like eBay or Amazon kind of thing here in Asia and here in Thailand, and it's really hard. It's really hard for someone that isn't Thai to purchase from it, because it just doesn't work. It won't let you top things up unless you've got like a Thai credit card. It won't let you. It's just really difficult to work. You can't even download the app unless your phone is Thai. I mean, like your Apple ID is, or whatever, is Thai. So I have to kind of do it on my computer anyway, because I wanted this device to do a video with to test it out. I had a look. Oh, no, it's already in my shopping cart, so I tried to order both at the same time, and it worked. So happy. It worked for a change. Every time I log on that, I've got to reset my password, because it won't remember it. I won't remember it. The computer won't remember it. If the computer won't remember it, I'm not going to remember it. Anyway. So what I'm trying to say, Shelley, is I understand. I understand these problems. Let's read the Crone of Earth out, because it's just like letting things lie for a while. Crone of Earth. She just like lets things be barren for a while. Just like, oh, it's okay that nothing's going on in my love life at the moment. It's that kind of thing, because I'm busy doing other shit, other stuff. Mother of Earth. She takes her place. No, it's the Crone of Earth. Lays the earth to rest. See? Leaves it barren. Barren. Fallow. Not the same thing. Even the earth must regenerate. There's a time for everything in this life, including death. But including just stagnation, including like, oh, okay, well that area of my life isn't moving forward at the moment, and that's cool. I'm good with that. Then we've got this dude here. The Five of Fire It's Jupiter, isn't he? He is. Good things are afoot, you see. Enjoy them. Whatever lucky break comes our way. Hey, sweetie. Whatever lucky break comes our way is a gift which can be enjoyed for its own sake alone, or can be parlayed into something even greater. Use the happiness and optimism that the gift generates to create even more good luck by seeking out even more experiences. So these mini focuses that we've got, the mini transformations that we're making in our lives, for ourselves, by ourselves, on our own path, the bigger changes are going on behind the scenes. I've already said it. Enjoy it. Enjoy what's going on at the moment. The transformations you're having the big transformation that you're seeking is coming. It's coming your way. My hair's getting better. You know what I'm doing? I've got, what do you call them? Scalp serums. There's one that I used to use regularly when I remember to do it. When I used to wash my hair every evening after working out, and I don't anymore. And I used to put it on then. But now, at the end of my work day, so that I only ever wash my hair now before the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, before these videos. So once I'm done working and before I tie my hair up, I've started, because I've had a lot of little samples of these hair serums and scalp serums and all of that kind of thing. I thought, I need to use them up. I need to start using them again. And so I've been doing that at the end of my work days, putting that on, and it seems to be helping my hair. There's less fallout, let's put it that way. Let that chicken cat out. I'll let you watch. You going out, sweetie? She doesn't like to be stroked lately. Oh, you're okay now, huh? I miss you, Tiki. Yeah? No? No. Okay. She changed her mind. Okay. So enjoy the changes that you're going through, because there's going to be more changes. Keep on chipping away at it. Hang on in there. Keep on going toward the transformations that you're having in your life. Keep on working toward those. Persistence and all of that kind of thing. And then we've got communication. Mercury is about communication. Communication about chipping away at things. She's got a paw stuck in between the door. But I just opened it for you. Don't need to open it yourself. I open it for you, and then you need to go out when I open it. There you go. She's still got an attitude, that girl. So communication about what? Ooh, initiation. This is the card of the calling. It's the judgment card, but in this deck it's very much the pull of the divine masculine and divine feminine to each other, or the match, divine matches. Hey, it's time, says the goddess down here. It's time. Someone's feeling the pull. Elemental of water. The universe tapping our hearts, going, don't you want someone to love? Emotions. Prioritizing our hearts. Interesting. So communication about that, the calling, someone prioritizing their heart. Perhaps we have been focused on other parts of our lives, and then we're like, okay, relationship time now. Could be. Or someone could be telling you about that too. Someone could be getting in touch saying, yeah, I've been focused on my work and all of that kind of thing, but time to focus on relationships. Probably not going to say it like that, but time to focus on relationships now. Oh. Do we need any more information about this? Yeah, why not? Let's do miserable ladies. Oh, my microphone's annoying. To adjust it. Okay, miserable ladies, what have you got for us? Got the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands, the card of... Well, let's read it. Because this deck is slightly different than normal tarot. Some challenges are harder than others. Nearing the end of her strength, this woman draws on the deepest reserves within her and prepares herself for what she knows will be the final encounter with this particular challenge. Weak, worn and weary, she's not certain of the outcome, but she's prepared to give all she can. Preparing for the final challenge. Don't give up too soon. Final challenge? Ten of Wands. I knew that was going to come out. I already started reading the Ten of Wands card and I thought, it's going to come out. It did. Let me see if I remember what it said, because I did. I started reading it. Something about success, about... I'll read it. I knew it was going to come out. It's easy to assume what success looks like. Our expectations shape so many of our actions. There are times when we'll have a lot to carry and simply must do it. But sometimes we should ask the question, do I really need to carry this all right now? Just to make sure. It's about carrying a large burden or many burdens, but it's something about success. Easier to assume what success looks like. Like, we do change, don't we? What our ideas of what success is along the way. And there isn't any one right answer. What is success? And it's right that it changes through different periods of our lives. Our idea of what success is. Perhaps your idea of what success is changing now. So generally it might be that, you know, when you're a teenager, your idea of success is being popular. Having lots of friends and being popular. In your 20s, it might be, I don't know, money perhaps, and, you know, getting yourself a foundation, house and stuff like that. Family for some. 30s, it might be kind of more deeper career stuff, or finding your way, what you're really here for. This is kind of what it was for me. 40s, 40s, like, shit, I'm not doing very well here, I need to heal myself. Success is about, like, feeling better about yourselves. That's what it was for me. 50s, now let's start living. Let's start having some fun. That's what it is for me. Finally feeling like unencumbered. It's interesting going out on Saturday night and just having a couple of drinks, and I was really like, don't feel like partying, don't feel like that. I'm not saying that I'll never want to do that. Tomorrow night's fight night, so. But there's just a shift in me where I'm happier with myself. And success to me now is kind of building a more even fuller life for myself, you know? I feel so stable that I feel like I can do much more now. Like with my videos and stuff like that, I've got space in myself and confidence in myself to do more, put myself out there in a bigger way and take more risks and be cool with it. I'm also happier about doing my own thing and not, you know, not being bothered about people saying, oh, Claire's a hermit, she doesn't go out anymore and stuff like that. There's something wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel great. But I'm wanting to add, like, more joyful things into my life because I'm happy and I know that I can make it even more. Shelley, moving isn't a little transition. Not enjoyable with 2 kids, stress. Oh, New schools, new job. Many big transitions for you going on, Shelley. Okay, so our idea of success might be changing, so your focus might be changing at the moment. Remember, the guides have been going on about these 7-year changes going on. King of Swords, there it is, gaining clarity again. And the Nine of Swords, about anxiety, any part of you that has been, perhaps your nervous system, being affected by workarounds that you've had, adaptations that we've had, right? We get trauma when we're children, all of us, just by being alive, and the interactions that we have with people, parents, anyone. We get traumatized to different extents. And we learn things from that. We go, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead. And we have all these workarounds, pretty much like I was talking about my knee. If you watch the video about fixing my knee and doing a squat, it's just like that. It's just like a body representation of it. But we do it in our psyche too, in emotions and the way that and with our nervous system too. We have all of these workarounds, these adaptations that we've got. And just as it was with my knee, it's the adaptations that end up hurting you. The original trauma is gone, but the adaptations that you learned to get around or to avoid the whatever traumatized you or hurt you starts hurting you more. And gaining King of Swords and then to the Nine of Swords is saying gaining clarity on what's up with your nervous system now. Like, who have you become and what have you got going on because of these adaptations? It's like knowing yourself, knowing your traumatized self and what it's left you with. It's almost like, it's like we can't get back to baseline, because what even is that anyway? What's baseline? What is like never having any trauma in the first place? We don't know. Our nervous systems are built to survive. They're built by constant survival through these things, whether it's physical survival or whether it's emotional survival. So there's no such thing as somebody having, complete baseline, no trauma or anything like that. It's what makes us be ourselves. But knowing ourselves, so it's like there's certain things that make me anxious because of what I've been through. It brings out more anxiety in me. And I know that. And I can put myself in those situations still, the situations that used to make me drink. I'll give you an example. I used to have like such high anxiety, and I had no idea, but looking back, I had high anxiety all the time. I had an adaptation, of course, to be able to live life and have relationships with people and to be able to work. I had an adaptation that kind of just it's like a functioning alcoholic, like a functioning and very anxious person. There was things that I could do to function, and some of it was alcohol, using alcohol to calm myself down, to kind of get over that anxiety. And looking back, thinking back, I remember going to this networking event. So this was really when I was like seriously, right, I'm an entrepreneur. It's when I'd quit my shop and I was working from home, and then I had to be more like entrepreneur minded, like me motivating the business change kind of thing, because I'm just sat by myself at a desk doing it myself. So I was networking with entrepreneurs. I was doing like in online courses and stuff like that for entrepreneurs, having my online networks kind of thing in like Facebook groups from the courses that I did. Like there was, I can't even remember her name, a course. I did various courses from like some of the top name people, and also doing in-person networking events. So there was like e-commerce whatever thing, Gold Coast, went along to that. But I remember going to that and then being drawn to the anxious group. I wasn't there. I did a little bit of networking with the strong, confident, healed people, but most of my time I was gravitating towards the ones that were drinking too much, the anxious people, the alcoholics, the anxious people, the ones that, you know, that they were my comfort zone. It's like, yeah, just like drink too much because this is a really triggering situation that we're in. And now, so that was me back then when I kind of wasn't recognizing that these were my patterns. And now I can look back at that going, yeah, I can see exactly why that was my comfort zone and why I was choosing the wrong kind of people. I get it, you know. I was choosing the wrong kind of people to be around, to be friends with, to be in relationship with, because I was gravitating toward those anxious types. So clear now. But what am I left with now? I've still got those kind of things going on, but now I'm conscious of it, and I don't need. I'm okay. The level of anxiety has come down. I'm okay with myself. I don't, even though the anxiety comes up, I'll be like, no, I don't want to hang out with those people. They're the ones that make me even more anxious, right? So I had anxiety and my comfort zone was going to these people with high anxiety that were drinking too much, but they make me even more anxious. So I don't go there anymore. I still have that pull, but I'm like, nah, that's not me. That's not me anymore. And so I've learned how to work better. I've learned how to take care of myself better, despite my nervous system still have the same things going on, but I don't go there and make it worse anymore. And that's what we're talking about here. King of Swords and the Nine of Swords. It's like getting to know your triggers, your nervous system, what you're drawn to, what would be better for you than going there again. I see people repeating patterns all the time. I've got a friend on Facebook. I've never talked. I don't know how we got friends on Facebook. I'm sure I've never talked to her directly. It's just it's just one guy after another posting the same things. It's the same thing every time. It's like every 3 months there's a new guy, and then it breaks up exactly the same, and then she's complaining, then there's a new guy. She's just in this repeating cycle. It's like, that's weird. Why don't you do something different? But I guess we've all been there, right? It's about knowing these things. Our adaptations, especially around anxiety and stuff like that, the stuff that stresses us out. As I said in the energy, I think it was today's energy update, when people like have jobs that they hate and they just complain about it, it's like, what the hell are you doing? Doesn't that make you think like, well, that's just insane. Why are you doing it then? You're doing something that you don't like? What is wrong with you? Why would you stay in like something that you don't like and then complain about it? It makes no sense. To me, it makes no sense. So becoming clear on why we put ourselves in situations that aren't good for us, why we aren't choosing something else. It's not those. I was just being lazy. I was like literally being a sloppy shuffler. Couldn't be bothered holding on to the cards. I can't even be bothered holding on to the cards anymore. Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is about keeping to ourselves for a while. Being a bit selfish for a while. Yeah, we need to be selfish. We do. Because, say, in that situation, I might have thought, but I am here to help the anxious people. I'm always going to go and talk to the anxious people and hang around with the alcoholics. Now I know, like, as much as I want to go and see my ex-boyfriend and catch up with him, because I see him riding by every now and then, I'm like, oh, I kind of miss hanging out with him. Then I think of going and I'm like, no, I don't want to, I'm not choosing to be around alcoholics and addicts anymore. I'm like, I know how this goes. I've done it enough times. I'm not repeating this cycle. I'm not here to be the one that that makes them feel better and enables them to stay where they are. Make them feel happier in their little mess that they're in. It's not my job to do that. I've got myself out of that, and yeah, I don't want to hang out with them again. So it's time to get selfish and do what's best for you. Not help everyone else. We can make it more enjoyable for everyone else that's in that mess, but that is enabling people to stay in the mess. When we make things like more bearable in the bad places, it's not necessarily a good thing, because people will only change once things get bad enough, once they've got a good enough reason to change, because change is difficult. Shelley's experiencing now, that is super, super stressful when you've got all of that going on, like moving and new schools, new job. That is really stressful. I have such a stress-free life. You wouldn't believe it. We go to CrossFit, right, and we laugh at ourselves because because that's what we do, right? We get together with friends and then you say what you don't like, what's going bad in your life, what, you know. It's like, oh my. So what was it the other day? His scooter, the chain had fallen off and it was just messed up, and he had to push it to a thing and push it. Luckily, it broken near one of the scooter repair places, so he had to push it. But that was his complaint. And then, you know, the next one will be, the next person complains about just little things, and then we all realise, and it's like, we've got a great life, don't we? Like there's hardly any stresses here at all. At all. The things that we complain about here are so tiny, and then we're like, we've got it good, don't we? We've got it really good. The Knave of Pentacles. Don't know why we've got him. Hello, yeah, I'm sure I didn't say that right. What list? Why do people come in here talking about lists? I don't have a list. The Moon. The Unknown. Knave of Pentacles and then the Moon. This is confusing me now. I don't know what's going on. If you mean you want a mini read, you can book in for one of those. Deliquatia. There's the link for it. What is this going on about? The Knave of Pentacles has very little in this book about what it's about, but we'll read it anyway. Very confusing, the court cards in this book. Studies the rhythms of nature and learns the secrets of the physical realm. Greedy, self-serving. Okay. The secrets of the physical realm. Learning the secrets of the physical realm. Greedy and self-serving. So there could be something about feeling like it's not okay to be selfish. Four of Pentacles. And facing that it actually is okay to be selfish, especially for those of us who think it's our role to people please. And just close that curtain. Which is women, right? Something that I've noticed in being an entrepreneur, being a woman entrepreneur, is that men are cool about having the role of the provider, so they're cool about having a business and it being for them, right? It being for them, and that they provide for their family, and the security is for them. Whereas women, we've kind of been brought up to be more of the social creatures, taking care of everyone. And so then we're an entrepreneur, and we're like, oh, I'm going to be altruistic about it and care for everyone. We don't have that same, oh, it's about me getting the resources for myself and my family, you know, in the same way. So men are good with being selfish because they realise that's their role and they'll provide. Whereas now it's everyone's role, but women are still like this. But I want to be altruistic and I want it to be taking care of everyone. And it's good but then it's not good at the same time. You know, there needs to be a new balance between that. That's what I've noticed anyway. Anyway, and the moon. So there might be something about being okay about being selfish there. And the moon. And the moon. The moon is beguiling and magical. It can reveal amazing, mysterious mysteries. However, wandering around in the moonlight is an unknown environment is dangerous, as the light conceals more than it reveals. In such a landscape, it's easy for the mind to see monsters and fears where they don't even exist. So, you might be bothered about being selfish and putting yourself first and gaining things for yourself and all of that kind of thing, but there's things that you're not aware of. Perhaps. I mean, would it be good if both men and women, say, looking at entrepreneurs again, would have that balance in themselves of like, it's okay for this business to be about me and my financial gain and me, my savings going up instead of down. They're doing that at the moment. It has kind of turned around in the last week. But, you know, that being okay, and also it being okay to help people. Perhaps that's what we've got going now, is the male entrepreneurs getting a little bit less selfish in a way. Because if they're doing it for themselves and they're not taking care of a family or a woman and all of this, they're just doing it for themselves, then they need to be a bit more altruistic, right? To balance that up. And women generally need to be less altruistic and more selfish to get that balance. Probably not just in entrepreneurs, probably in everything, but it kind of shows up more for entrepreneurs, but that's perhaps because that's what I am. What else? Manifesting something, the Magician. Let's read it out. I'm just going to get the next card out first so I know what we're talking about. Oh, no. One card. Death. Good card. So the Magician and Death, what we're manifesting change, we're manifesting a rebirth, we're manifesting transformation in our lives. The Magician and his deck. The Magician, she has all her tools in place, has created her sacred space, is clear on what she hopes to accomplish. She's but a few short moments and a few important words away from manifesting change in her life and in the world. Alas. Using knowledge and resources and will to create positive change in the world. Toward death. 13. Change for herself, not just in the world, change for herself. You know, with what I just said, what I was just saying, death. When something ends as a time of mourning, the difficult emotions, anger, bitterness, sadness, despair are never enjoyable. They must be experienced though. And within even these feelings are hidden gifts that deepen our character and enhance our compassion and usher in new experiences. And it's less of the endings and it's more of the new experiences now. It's more of the rebirth side of things. So manifesting a rebirth. It's been a long process. There's something here about really knowing ourselves and our adaptations and how we deal with anxiety and stress and how we make better decisions for ourselves. Check out that short that I put out on both of my channels this morning. It's what I've seen. It's what I've seen. I won't say it again in here, but you can check that out. Okay. Let's put these cards away. If anyone wants a mini read, you better book one in pretty soon. Otherwise, it's going to be done in Wednesday's show in 2 days' time. Thanks everyone for coming along, by the way. I will be doing a pick a card read today and putting it out later this evening, and that will be the Love Tarot. So check that out. If you're not a subscriber already, be a subscriber. Click that button, click that like button while you're down there too. And I'm just going to get some cards out now, just to be nosy. Where's Divine Masculine at the moment? Unconditional love, opening up his heart. The medallion wants a medal for it, does he? Starborn, rebirth, nice. Ready for a rebirth. Winning. Opening his heart up, winning, ready for it. Ooh, rebirth. Unmoving the stone. That is something like he's decided on something and then he won't be budged anymore. There's a rock solid position there of like, there's a stubbornness, yeah, but it's more of a like, it's the positive side of stubbornness. I'm unmoved now. I've made my mind up. I'm unmoved. The stone and the flame. There's a spark lit. Twin flame card as well. You know, there's a spark lit inside of him. I like that. It's really good energy. Winning at something. Opening up unconditional love. Feeling much better. Ready for something new. And unmoving on that now. Like, just really made the mind up about something. Spark has been lit. What about Divine Feminine? Where's she at right now? The ocean in her feels, in the emotions, depth of emotions perhaps. I've not been emotional lately. The mountain. It's been a long journey. Oh, it's sorting out emotions, yeah. Sorting out her emotional self, emotional healing. It's been a big journey to do that. The unseen and very much hidden, very much doing the do by yourself, you know. The internal work, the unseen emotional work. It's been a long, arduous journey, says that mountain. Oh. Anima Mundi is the card of manifestation. The heart. So manifesting what she wants in her love life, but the riddle, still trying to figure it out. Like, what is that missing piece? What am I not getting here? Yeah, and that energy, we go back to what was said in the reading. It's like you don't need to figure it out. You just need to be getting on with your Nine of Pentacles, your little transitions in your life. The big transition of your heart will happen anyway. Just do things for yourself. The mini transformations. Get on with that. The universe has got the bigger stuff. It'll sort it out for you. There you go. That's what I've got. Thanks everyone for coming along. Any of those mini reads booked in from now on will be done on Wednesday's show. Let people know as well if you've got like friends that might be interested in getting like those mini reads, one question readings. Let them know it's available. Would like to do more of these things and have more people in the show, of course. So have a good one, everybody. Have a good couple of days. I'll see you on Wednesday.